Have you ever looked at an everyday gadget or a life-saving device and wondered, who came up with this? You might be surprised how many world-changing inventions were created by women. Welcome to Curiosity Countdown. Today, on the occasion of International Women's Day, we're counting down our list of 10 extremely important things that were invented by women. Get ready for some surprising stories behind inventions you probably use or know about, all thanks to brilliant women innovators. Kicking off our list is Marie Van Britten Brown Home Security System. In the 1960s, living in Queens, New York, nurse Marie Van Britten Brown was concerned about the rising crime rates and slow police response times in her neighborhood. Working unusual hours, she often found herself home alone at night. Rather than just worry, she decided to invent a solution. Brown created the first home security system featuring closed-circuit television, a remote-controlled door, and a two-way microphone. The invention included a set of 4 peepholes and a camera that could slide up and down to look through each one. Monitors displayed images from the camera, while a remote control allowed her to unlock the door for welcome visitors. Nearly every modern home security system today builds on Brown's pioneering work. Next time your doorbell camera alerts you to a package delivery or suspicious activity, remember to thank Marie Van Britten Brown, protecting our homes long before smart homes were even a concept. At number 9, we have Josephine Cochran for the dishwasher. "I'll just do it myself." These words, born from frustration, led wealthy socialite Josephine Cochran to invent the first practical mechanical dishwasher. After repeatedly finding her fine china damaged by household servants, Cochran declared, "If nobody else is going to invent a dishwashing machine, I'll do it myself." Working in a shed behind her home, Cochran designed a machine with compartments for different dishes sprayed with soap and water. What makes her story more remarkable? She wasn't a mechanic or engineer. She'd never even built anything before. Her creation debuted at the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, initially finding success in hotels and restaurants. While Cochran's invention didn't immediately catch on in homes, partly because many houses lacked hot water heaters, her company eventually evolved into KitchenAid. So next time you load your dishwasher, instead of scrubbing pots by hand, pour one out for Josephine, or better yet, just put that cup in the top rack. Next on our list is Mary Anderson for windshield wipers, 1903. Ever drive in the rain? Then you owe a thank you to Mary Anderson, who invented the first windshield wiper in 1903. Before Mary's innovation, drivers had to stick their head out the window in pouring rain or stop to wipe the glass by hand. Not exactly safe or convenient. Talk about a risky ride. Anderson developed a hand-operated device with a rubber blade that could be controlled from inside the vehicle. When she submitted her patent application, evaluators dismissed her invention as having no practical value. Car manufacturers rejected her invention, suggesting drivers would find the moving wipers too distracting. Only after her patent expired in 1920 did automakers finally make wipers standard equipment. Mary's idea has kept drivers safe and dry ever since, even though she never saw a dime from its success. At number 7 is Ida R. Forbes for the electric water heater, 1917. If you love the luxury of hot showers and instant hot water, you have Ida R. Forbes to thank. In 1917, she patented the first electric water heater, revolutionizing home plumbing and making hot water accessible without the need for constantly burning fuel. Before this invention, people relied on boiling water manually or using inefficient gas and coal-fired systems. Whether it's washing dishes, enjoying a warm bath, or having an on-demand hot water supply, Forbes' innovation is behind it all. Despite being the brains behind a device now found in virtually every modern home, Forbes remains largely unknown. Very little information exists about her personal life, exemplifying how women inventors have been historically under-recognized. So, next time you take a steamy shower, remember that a woman made it possible. In at number 6 is Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson for caller ID and call waiting, 1970s. When your phone rings and you decide whether to answer based on who's calling, you can thank Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson for that moment of screening power. As a theoretical physicist at Bell Laboratories in the 1970s, Dr. Jackson's telecommunications research led to the development of caller ID and call waiting technologies. What makes Dr. Jackson's story even more remarkable is that she was the first African-American woman to earn a doctorate from MIT in any subject. Her groundbreaking work in theoretical physics helped advance fiber optic cable technology that made modern telecommunications possible. Dr. Jackson went on to become the president of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute and received the National Medal of Science from President Obama. So, the next time you dodge a call from that friend who always wants to tell you about their pyramid scheme, remember it's Dr. Jackson who gave you the power to ignore the call. Next on our list at number 5 is Grace Hopper for the computer compiler and COBOL, 1952. A revolutionary tool that unlocked modern computing. The compiler, created by the queen of code herself, Grace Hopper. Back in the 1950s, computers were enormous machines fed with punch cards and obscure binary code. Grace, a Navy Rear Admiral and math whiz, found this process terribly inefficient. In 1952, she invented the first compiler, a program that translates human-friendly instructions into machine code. This breakthrough led to COBOL, one of the first easy-to-read programming languages, which is still running business software today. Hopper's vision to talk to computers in plain English became reality because of her work. Fun fact, the term debugging was popularized by Grace after she literally pulled a moth, a real bug, out of a computer. Grace Hopper's innovations made software development accessible, helping kickstart the computer revolution that now powers everything from our laptops to our phone apps. At number 4 is Hedy Lovelace for computer programming, 1843. Long before computers existed as physical machines, Hedy Lovelace was writing the world's first computer program. In the 1840s, on paper, for a machine that hadn't even been built yet. Born to the famous poet Lord Byron, who she never met, Lovelace was raised by her mathematician mother who insisted on tutoring Hedy in mathematics. Unusual for women in the 1800s. When she met inventor Charles Babbage, she became fascinated with his designs for a calculating machine called the analytical engine. While translating an article about Babbage's machine, Lovelace added her own extensive notes, including an algorithm for calculating Bernoulli numbers. This algorithm is widely considered the first computer program ever written. She also predicted that computers could manipulate more than just numbers, potentially composing music or creating art, a vision that wouldn't be realized for another century. The programming language Ada was named in her honor, and every October we celebrate Hedy Lovelace Day to recognize women's achievements in STEM fields. Not bad for someone born in 1815. Bringing up the top 3 is Dr. Maria Telkes for solar home heating, 1940s. Known as the Sun Queen, Hungarian-American scientist Dr. Maria Telkes believed in the power of the sun when most people considered solar energy a fantasy. In the 1940s, she created the first successful solar-heated house in Dover, Massachusetts, developing a revolutionary system using Glauber's salt to store heat from the sun. What made her system brilliant was how it stored solar energy. The salt would melt when heated by sunlight during the day, storing the energy, and then release that heat as it re-solidified at night. This solved the fundamental challenge of solar power, making it available when the sun isn't shining. Working with architect Eleanor Raymond, Telkes designed a home that stayed warm through winter using no conventional heating. The Dover house was heated entirely by the sun. Telkes went on to develop solar ovens that could cook food, solar distillers for desalinating water, and even solar-powered heating for space stations. The Sun Queen was truly ahead of her time. Our runner-up is Letitia Gear for the medical syringe, 1899. Medical professionals, meet your unsung hero, Letitia Mumford Gear. In 1899, she patented the one-handed syringe, a groundbreaking innovation that made injections far easier and safer. Before her design, syringes required both hands to operate, making it difficult for doctors and nurses to administer medicine quickly and efficiently. Gear's invention introduced a spring-loaded mechanism that allowed medical personnel to use just one hand, vastly improving precision and control. This simple yet revolutionary improvement paved the way for modern syringes, helping to streamline medical procedures and save countless lives. The next time you get a shot, remember that it's Gear's brilliance making it quicker and more efficient. The top spot goes to Hedy Lamarr for Wi-Fi technology, frequency hopping, 1942. Believe it or not, one of the key ideas behind Wi-Fi and Bluetooth came from a glamorous Hollywood actress. Hedy Lamarr was a glamorous 1940s film star, but also a brilliant inventor. During World War II, Hedy co-invented a secret communication system called frequency hopping with composer George Antheil to prevent enemy jamming of US Navy radio-guided torpedoes. Basically, their system rapidly switched radio frequencies, like an unbreakable secret code. The US Navy initially rejected her patent, and it quietly expired, but later incorporated the technology. Lamarr received no compensation for a technology now estimated to be worth over $30 billion. That frequency hopping concept became a cornerstone of modern wireless tech. So every time you connect via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, you're tapping into Hedy's genius. She wasn't just a screen legend, she truly earned the nickname Mother of Wi-Fi for sparking our wireless world. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content.